We were working in a very strange area called tunable lasers, which at the time wasn't considered as, a mainstream piece of technology.
And what time is this? When did you start?
Back in the late 1990s,
Okay.
so over 10 years ago. And today, that component is now part of our product offering, our technology that we're bringing to market this week.
So what exactly does that mean?
Well, the tunable laser allows you to create a network that responds to consumer traffic. And that means that you'll be able to deliver quality of service for each individual consumer. So, for example, you can dial up on demand to increase the quality of your video. If you don't like the video you're getting on YouTube, you can ask for the quality to be increased and pay accordingly. This is a pay-as-you-go model. So, for example, if you wanted to increase the quality of your video next Thursday at 3:30 p.m, you could set a calendar event and have it increase for just 15 minutes. The network will have even greater consequences for things like multi-venue gigs. So, for example, a new band is appearing in Dublin and they can't afford a larger venue. Well, their fans can go to other venues and set up a network to actually see the event.
Wow, interesting.
And in that case, people could schedule an increase in the quality of service so that they don't get any interruptions for the entire event. No pixelization, no blank screens, no drop in quality, and they can hear the band they want to hear.
Wow, very cool. So tell me a little bit more about how the technology actually works.
Well, the technology works on two levels. The first level is down at the physical level. And what we do is use tunable lasers, and we change the color of the tunable laser in incredibly fast speeds. And this means that the optical layer of the network is changing in response to the traffic coming in. And no network in the world does that today. For the last 30 years, every laser is fixed. Once it's set up, it stays on and doesn't change. So that down at the physical level, we actually have a responsive system. And then at the software level, what we've done is use web services to control the infrastructure. So we're the first company in the world to put websites effectively inside the switch itself. And that means that people can take application programming interfaces from companies like Facebook or on the Android device or from Google, and they can build an application that also calls with web services into the network itself. And so you can combine your own guaranteed quality network with the application that you're running.
Now, do you think the average consumer would be interested in this technology, or is it more on the carrier side?
Well, I think that it's not going to change overnight. The first thing that's going to happen is carriers are going to deploy this and use it as a smarter infrastructure. The next thing that's going to happen is specialist areas like gaming are going to use this to increase the quality of service, and finally then the consumers will follow and take it up.
So what's the payoff for the carriers besides the obvious better service?
Well, the carriers today provide over-the-top services to the consumer. So they build networks which give access through to the internet. But any financial transactions that take place or advertising dollars that come in through the internet, none of that goes to today's carriers. And as a consequence, they are finding it difficult to reinvest in networks. This technology will allow the carrier to monetize that part of the network.
Wow.
In other words, you can have your internet access as usual, which has a low quality at times depending on the time of day. And if you want to increase it, you can pay extra, and that money goes to the carrier because the carrier is bringing the quality of service.
Wow. So I know you have an announcement launching today at the TM Forum. What is the announcement?
Well, we're launching our infrastructure product, which is called Verismo, and we're demonstrating it for the first time on a live network here in Dublin. So the Irish government have sponsored a test bed called the Exemplar Network, in which companies can form ecosystems around this new technology and develop applications to deliver it.